Welcome back. Let's get into that Vodacom story now. And the company has had a very busy first half of the financial year. The mobile giant completing the largest BEE deal in the ICT sector. That was worth 17.5 billion rand. They also secured a deal with Telkom that will see the fixed line operator have the ability to roam on Vodacom's network. All good news there for Vodacom. And the company then reporting, as I said earlier, a 4.8 million customer increase as well between April and September this year. I did catch up with the CEO, Shameel Joosub, on their interim earnings out in Midrand. Mr. Joosub, congratulations then on a good set of interim earnings. Let's talk about just what has happened throughout the 6 months. You've also managed to grow the number of subscribers, and you've had even above inflation with regards to the increase in group revenue. Do you believe that you encroached on perhaps your competitors and got back market share, or perhaps just trying to hold?
Well, I think it's more holding against competitors, holding and slightly increasing. Importantly enough that close to 5 million customers chose to join the Vodacom networks across the continent. So, that was really great for us.
The markets themselves were very difficult to get into, and you have the likes of M-Pesa doing very well for you. Do you believe that perhaps was going to be a sustainable part of your business?
Yes, I think very much so, because we're now moving something like 1.6 trillion rand through the M-Pesa platform, 34 million active customers, which makes us the biggest mobile money platform across the continent. So, financial services is becoming a bigger part of our play.
Do you plan on, attaching a few other assets perhaps to yourselves for greater expansion across the continent?
Well, I think, if the opportunities present itself, sure. I think we've indicated as a group that we would be interested in Ethiopia. We have a strong balance sheet, so as opportunities present, we will consider them. But I always say we're not in the business of planting flags, so we're not just going to go into a country just to be there. It's important that if we are acquiring, that's the right asset that one's acquiring. Yeah. But that said, what we have done is to make sure that we capitalize all our markets properly. And so a lot of the results that we're seeing is because we put a lot of money in capital investment into these markets. So we also see further expansion opportunities within the markets that we operate in. Fiber, as an example, is becoming a big part of the play going forward.
Yeah. Let's talk about then the ICT sector itself being very, very difficult, but we've added the likes of Spectrum being a very key proponent and a very key player when it comes to growing South Africa. How will that impact your business a whole lot more?
I mean, we have been bringing prices down. The prices again this year, as you say, dropped 16.4%, so 40% over the last 3 years. So prices are coming down. We recognize that consumers want prices to come down faster even. For that to happen, we also have to drop the underlying costs to carry a meg of data or gig of data. And the most important ingredient for that is spectrum. So it's not a lack of investment, because we're spending close to 9.3 billion a year in capital investment in South Africa currently, with obviously the intention to go to 50 billion over 5 years. So the investment is not an issue. It's if you get access to spectrum helps you to drive down your underlying cost to carry, and that therefore gives you the ability to then drop prices. So it's extremely important. Also important to note that South Africa hasn't allocated spectrum since 2004.
You've also had the deal where Telkom is set to, in some ways, piggyback off your network. How important and how beneficial is that deal for you?
Twofold. It's beneficial for them, so it's a mutually beneficial partnership. Roaming is one of the ways to try and utilize more of your network. So basically you are giving access to a competitor on the one side, but on the other side you're also using it to drive down your underlying costs and your returns, which then helps you to continue to invest as well.
And very finally, let's talk about you, Mr. Joosub. Do you still believe you form a firm part of the business? Do you want to be with the business? Are you willing to continue to serve the company that you have served for quite some time?
Very much so. I think it's been a great journey. And I think what excites me is still all the different industries and the different things that we're busy doing, and also the way I like being part of a company where we give back. I think all the social programs the teacher training centers, what we're doing in education, the 3,100 schools and so on. It's very much part of, and how we do that across the continent. So for me, those are the things that I feel quite strongly about, and it's nice to be in a company where you can actually make a difference in people's lives.